Thank you very much, Sascha, for joining us. I mean, I just want to get your reaction to what you're hearing tonight unfold. First of all, Donald Trump, in the lead up to this, making very clear his ambitions to acquire Greenland. And now it seems in the last hour or so, there is some kind of deal.
So the thing is, there can't be a deal without having Greenland as part of the negotiations, first of all. And I have heard from the Greenlanders that I know, so we have a Greenlandic MP in Denmark, and she's very clear. This is not a prerogative of Rutte and NATO. They can't trade the underground in Greenland or Greenlandic security without Greenlanders being part of it. And they are very clear, Greenland is not for sale. They are not up for negotiations. So it's not real negotiations. It's two men who have had a conversation, as far as I understand the Greenlanders right now.
So what is the deal then? What do you think they're talking about? If Denmark hasn't been consulted or isn't involved in the conversations, do you think this was some kind of off-ramp for Donald Trump?
It might very well be. I can't say if Denmark hasn't been part of the conversation. You have to distinguish between Denmark and Greenland in this. We're speaking about Greenland. Denmark is another country, and together we are a kingdom, and that collaboration needs to be part of it. And when I hear from the Greenlandic side that they don't see this as anything, it's definitely not a deal. So I truly believe they've had a good conversation about the Arctic, and I think all of us are very interested in security in the Arctic. So that's nothing new. And I'm not sure how a man who calls the president his daddy and follows him around in his narrative just that easily would be a negotiator for anyone.
I guess, do you think that this kind of pulling back from the brink was necessary in this moment, given how tense everything had become? And many people were describing this as a consequential moment, a dangerous moment for NATO, a rupture, an end of an era, and now a new era that perhaps it just required some cooling down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my sense is that Trump is actually understanding that it's been too overheated. And this is a way for him to ensure that he can step down a bit and cool down the situation so it doesn't become too much. That's at least how I'm seeing it. And that's a good thing. Getting out of the tariff discussion and finding a way to open the conversation actually leaves us where we were last week, where the vice president in the US and the foreign minister, together with the foreign minister of Greenland and Denmark, made the agreement about having a high-level working group. So now we are back to where we were, and it's not so hot anymore. And that's a benefit for everybody.
But do you think this issue still remains on the table? I mean, Donald Trump did concede with the media that he spoke to that this is a long-term plan. It's not something that, can just be struck in the last few hours. It's going to be part of an ongoing negotiation and conversation.
I think we're far from there. I think we still have the hardest part ahead of us. Of course, we are happy that Trump says he won't use military force, but he does use other means of pressure. Now, tariffs off the table, but his narratives, his distorted information and so forth is still a way to stress the whole situation. So I think that there's no one in Denmark who are like, okay, now this is it. And in Greenland, by all means not. They are holding on to who they are, and the Danish kingdom and the Danish Parliament will stand strongly behind the wish from the Greenlandic people that Greenland belongs to the Greenlanders.